All right, so tonight we're going to go over some new coach basics topics. I keep moving this Zoom around. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so the biggest thing I think is so important for you guys is to think about your why. And I would love for you to use the chat and just kind of like type in, or if you can't, if you're wrangling babies and you aren't able to, that's fine. You can write it down and send it to us in the new coach chat. I'd love to just really hear your whys. I think that's really motivating for all of us to hear too. So think about like what made you decide you wanted to coach. And then I also want you to think, because we often have like a limiting mindset. Like we're like, yeah, I know that people can do great things, but I probably wouldn't do that. It's just kind of where our head often goes. So I want you to get rid of that negative voice and think, if you could do like absolutely anything with this business, what would you do? What would be exciting for you? Would you be debt free? Would you quit your job? Would you maybe love your job and you don't ever see yourself quitting, but maybe you would take a job that you loved more because you didn't have to worry about pay or something like that. So I don't want you to think that I want everybody to be like, go all in, quit your job, blah, blah, blah. I want you to think about what you want. And that's the most important thing in this business, is you need to find something that sets your soul on fire that you're going to work towards. And that why will change. So for me in the beginning, my big thing was I worked 3 jobs and I just wanted to have a little bit of me time. I wanted to wake up without an alarm. I didn't have kids yet. And I wanted to be able to work from home and just drink my coffee in silence in my office. It was a small dream. I didn't want to wake up and like live on a yacht. I just wanted to do that. So once I did that, I kind of was like, oh, okay. And I noticed that anytime I've hit a goal, I kind of take my foot off the gas and I'm like, okay, I have arrived. And it's so easy to do that. So know that once you do hit a goal, you need to get a new goal and you need to start focusing on that because it's really easy to take your foot off the gas. So wherever you have a little space that you like to work, I say put your why. So I can't see. So I've got Adley, I've got my family, I've got Matt, I've got the dog, I've got my sisters, my nieces, my babies, everything up there. So that's like right there. And I've also have my little business activity tracker, which has like all of the things that we should be doing. So I have it right there. So when I'm like scrolling Instagram or scrolling Facebook, it's right there in my face. It's like, did you send your invites yet? That little girl would love a college fund. So you better get to work. So I think that, having your why and having it in front of you, and also writing it down and sharing it with somebody is so important. So I want you to share it with us. If you think about it and you have some and you want to share in the chat, great. If you want to think about it, take your time, go to like a quiet place and grab yourself a cup of hot tea or coffee or whatever and really think about it this week. That's fine. Just make sure you share it with us before Friday. So pick your path as a coach. You can read these, and this is in our beautifully made team, our new coach university. But basically, path 1 is a discount coach. You're here for the discount. You love the products. Path 2 is a hobby coach, a community builder. You share here and there. Maybe you're not super consistent, but you definitely love the products. You definitely love the community. You love the support. But you kind of just do it here and there. Path 3 is a legacy builder. That means you're all in, and this is for you, that you're, and I don't want you to think like, oh, this is where I'd like to be. I want you to say right now, like, where do you see yourself? And so path 3 is basically going all in. Like, I have a big goal. I want to reach it. I want to buckle down and do that. So I'd also love for you to do in the chat what, just write number 1, number 2, or number 3. So we just have an idea of where you are, and do not like, we're not going to take offense whatsoever, no matter where you are. It's your journey. And that's the best part about coaching, is it is 100% your business. You get to work it as little or as much as you want. And I just realized I have not updated this. Even last month when I did this, I was like, oh, I need to update this. So still haven't updated some of these things. But as a new coach, your upline will send you a welcome email. For mine, I always have a little questionnaire in there, and I saw Jamie sent that back. Basically just kind of asking you a couple questions and then giving you some, here's what to do. Here's some tips. Complete the new coach training, and for that's the BU New Coach University. There's a 6-day crash course, and then if you keep going in the units, there's more training. So definitely focus on the 6 days first, but once you get past that, there's more training. So keep going. But here's where I want to be like, don't be a professional student. Don't be a professional learner. I want you to focus on taking action before you think, I have to get through all of these trainings and all of these units before I invite people. I would rather you take action and send a screenshot, say, hey, how would you respond to this? Than be like, okay, 2 months later, but I finished all of the training. So you could easily get sucked into YouTube or our team call playlist or podcast or whatever and never come out for 2 years. So we don't want you to be a professional like information gatherer. I would rather just see you take action and just go for it. So download the app BB Links, and that's for iPhone, or Coach Codes for Android. This is super helpful if you ever just want to like look up what a price is or something like that. That it's super helpful. Okay, so I'm going to go through some of this stuff in the chat. So Casey's wise to be able to pick up my son from the bus once he goes to school, or even to pick him up from school, skip the bus. Ashley says, I want to create healthy lifestyle for myself and want to one day not get constantly yelled at by my client who's the most miserable person. Sorry, I probably shouldn't be reading that loud. Hopefully you're not at work.
No, I'm not.
Okay. As soon as I was reading that, I was like, okay, good. And yeah, it's so hard to just be in a negative environment. So that's a great goal. Casey's path 3, Heidi's path 3, Ashley's 2 and making her way to 3. Same for Jamie. So I want to be able to work from home and be my own boss. That was me. I do not do well with authoritative figures at all. I do not like having a boss. My mom was like, this is the way it is. And I think that's why I'm just like, nope, I can't do it. Can't tell people tell me what to do. I don't like it. Team calls are Thursday at 8:30, not 8. And then, let's see, Heidi, your calls are Tuesdays at 8. This is the only Tuesday call I do. It's just once a month, the first Tuesday of the month. So you always know that's on your calendar. It's going to be very similar to this. I basically use the same template every month. So don't feel like you need to hop on every time, but this is something great for you to know, like, hey, I can plug my coaches in here. And then any upcoming events and retreats. So April 13th is actually going to be Super Weekend. And they have these, like I said, these are not updated. They have these quarterly, and they're great events. I remember I signed up as a coach, and 4 days later, my coach told me I needed to find a Super Saturday. I didn't know anybody. I went. I didn't even know what Success Club was, but I was there, and I remember being so excited to be around other people. So it's a great, happy, positive environment. You will never be somewhere else where some people are so welcoming and want to know about you. It's not cliquey. It's not like, it's like, hey, it's so nice to meet you. Where are you from? And it's just amazing. So if you're Emerald and above, you can host a Super Saturday too if there's nothing near you. There was one in Saturday, but we have an event for our team that I already had to commit to. So Saturday, I couldn't do it. So I just signed up and hosted. I'm hosting one for our local coaches to come to Friday night. Just having it in my living room, no big deal. They'll send me the materials. So that's something cool too. If you don't see one, there's like something 5 hours away or something. Once you're an Emerald coach, you can do that on your own. Don't feel like I'm telling you to do this as a new coach. That would stress me out. But just something fun since I'm doing that was on my mind. Success Club trip is for 2020. This is they just got back from the Success Club trip, and I posted in the team page and the new coach train university how to get on the opt-in list for 2020. And basically, if you're setting your goal for Success Club 10 is basically going to be a really great, it's based off of Success Club points that you get off the list. So that's why Success Club 10 is a great kind of goal if you really do love events or what do I want to say, travel. That would be a great goal to try to get off that list for 2020. And then what you do this year will help you be able to be like, oh yeah, I earned it, so I can go ahead and register when the window is open for 2021, if that makes sense. Our Diamond Retreat is September 2019. We are going to Utah, and there's a corporate office out there in Provo, Utah. And it's beautiful out there. Jamie, have you ever been to Utah?
Yeah, that's where my husband's from.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I knew that you were like out. He was from somewhere out there. I just couldn't remember. I may have even told you this the other weekend. But the requirements to go was to hit Diamond March 31st. And I haven't even made a post yet, but I am extending it till the end of April to hit Diamond. So if people are Diamond by the end of April, you get a invite. And this is our team leaders are hosting this for our team. And so this will be, we're probably most likely going to do headshots. And then we're going to do hiking. We're going to do, obviously we always do like a sneak peek, but we do some really fun team stuff. And it's a really, really great time to spoil yourself and be celebrated for all your hard work. So you probably may not even know what Diamond is, and we'll go over that briefly. And then Summit is July 11th to 14th in Indianapolis. I'm super excited about that. Rachel Hollis is going to be there. You can still purchase a ticket, and it's going to be so much fun. So we're excited about that. Summit is like our company's national convention. It happens every year. And this is like the second year in a row it's been at Indy. And they said it was so nice because everything was so close together. And they didn't pick somewhere that is hot as heck in summer. Like it's been in Nashville. It's been in New Orleans. It's been in like Nashville again. I'm like, oh, can we find somewhere that's not dying that in July? So this will be great. National Wake Up Call, our company puts on every Monday at 11. I listened to this one this week. It was really good. You can either listen to it at the Beachbody Champions page, or there's TBB Coach 411 is a page that you can kind of like and follow. And I always try to share them into the team page. And then you can also go on the podcast. It's Team Beachbody Coach podcast. I love the podcast. I love to listen to it later because then I can listen to it at 1.5 speed, and I'm all about that. Listening to as quick as possible. The call this week was really great. Jessica hosted, and she talked about live events. So our team call again Thursdays at 8:30, and we have a Saturday coffee chat at 9 a.m., but this is for Emerald and above, not past Emerald and above. And then we have it's me editing whatever, anybody can be a coach. Push to Emerald call Sunday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So team calls are Thursday, and then we have a Push to Emerald call every Sunday night at 8:30 where our Emeralds and above host for our new coaches. And then our Diamonds host a coffee chat on Saturday at 9 a.m. for those Emeralds that are pushing for Diamonds. So we've got lots of different options for you to get plugged in because I know everybody's schedule is different. Everybody's on different time zones. So I've really been trying to have other options available. If you guys haven't heard what the 4 vital behaviors are yet, are be proof the product works. So do your workout, drink your shake, follow the meal plan, and connect, invite, follow up. And because you have to, follow up is so, so key. And most people do not say yes right away. So if they said no and you just wrote them off and never talked to them again, you are just like throwing money down the drain. And that's a life that you would have been able to change if you would have just realized, hey, I didn't say yes right away. I probably should have continued to follow up. So it's so important to write those people down and continue to follow up and come from a place of giving. Share one of our ebooks that we have under the challenge group guide in the learning section of our team page. You can share any of that. Go to Pinterest and search 21 Day Fix recipe and find something and send it to them. Hey, I just wanted to check in. I was meal planning. Here's an awesome recipe. I know last month was, or actually I don't even do that. I said, here's a recipe. I was meal planning. I don't know. Do you think you and your family would be interested in eating this or something like that? And then you can be like, hey, I know last month wasn't the right time for you, but have you been thinking about joining our boot camp? I'd love to keep each other accountable this week or this month. When you come from a place of giving, they're 100% more likely to respond and be receptive than versus if you're just like, hey girl, you ready to join our boot camp again? Like, so focus on building that relationship and coming from a place of giving. Personal development, that is, a lot of you are reading Girl Stop Apologizing. You can do any of the trainings I've been sharing, the YouTube videos. Slight Edge is great. Compound Effect, Go for No, all great ones. And then get people results. So that's basically what you're doing. In the beginning, I just want you to focus on doing you, sharing your journey, and starting genuine conversations and just catching up with people. So here's ranks. I always get a lot of questions about ranks. So this is you guys right here, except for Casey. Casey is Emerald. And then, so this is Emerald. You have 2 coaches underneath you, 1 on each leg. You have a left leg and a right leg. I'm not going to get into legs. Just know one of them is your strong leg. One of them is your weak leg. And when you sign that secondary account, like a spouse account, it should go on your weak leg. But always talk to your sponsor and your upline. Everybody's placement depends. So I don't want to say like a blanket statement. And I also don't want to get too involved in that because it's way easy to just like eyes gloss over and be like, okay, I don't know what you're talking about. So we'll get to that. Ruby is a rank that people often skip over. It's 2 coaches on each leg, 4 coaches total, and 1 coach on each leg is Emerald. So they have 2 coaches of their own. The reason why most people skip over it is because you usually are waiting on one of these Emeralds to pop, like one of these people to sign their first or second coach. So a lot of times you go right from Emerald to Diamond. So Diamond is, if you do want to push for that, that Diamond retreat, then you need 8 coaches total, 4 coaches on the left leg, 4 coaches on the right leg, and 1 Emerald on each leg. So if you have that secondary spouse account that's helpful, then you can help that one in advancing to rank, and then you just need to find 1 other person. So that's that. I think the best thing is just to decide today, like, I'm going to be here a year from now. Diamond is a mindset. I know I'm going to hit it. Instead of being like, oh, I could never find 8 people. What the heck? Yes, you can, and you will. But if you don't think you could ever find 8 people, no, you won't. So it just needs to be a mindset. I know I'm going to be Diamond. Diamond is a mindset. I got this. It's just a numbers game. You're talking, and I really feel like you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So just know that we're gonna get you there. Some goals that are easy to kind of, I don't want to force goals on you, but some easy goals for a new coach would be, I want to hit Success Club 5, and that's helping 3 people sign on with a challenge pack like you did. Emerald in 30 days. I'm not like, oh my gosh, you didn't hit Emerald in 30 days, you're going to get kicked off the team. I think it's a great goal and it's totally doable. Casey did it. You go, girl. But I don't want you to ever be like, oh gosh, I did it Emerald in 30 days. I let April down. This is your business. So I'm going to say these are great goals if you want to run. If not, and you want to do slow and steady, that's 100% fine too. So you will learn your preferred placement. This is things that you will do with your coach one-on-one. You'll learn your strong and your weak leg. And Diamond in 90 days is a great goal too. Now, I will say that is quick for some people, but it's 100% doable. So it really just depends how many people you're willing to talk to, how many people you're willing to follow up with, and showing up in your business. So whether you hit Diamond in 90 days or you hit Diamond in, 4 or 5 months, again, it's up to you, and nobody's going to be like, you failed, you're quit, you're fired. So you're your boss. I think a good goal is 2 working coaches a month. So just try to hit Emerald again every month. One thing I love talking about, and we have so much social media training in our team page, in our New Coach University, but curiosity marketing is really, really something that works well. So no name dropping. I don't say Shakeology. I say superfood smoothie. I don't say energize. I say unicorn juice or mermaid punch if it's fruit punch. I don't say recover. It's my post-workout fuel, because people could easily go Google it or buy it on Amazon or whatever. I want people to say, hey, what is this superfood smoothie you're drinking? Because I want them to start that conversation. I want to know they're interested, so then I can be like, hey girl, how are you? Oh my gosh, your kiddos are getting so big. What is new with you? I literally usually ignore people's first question if they go right into that, and I just ask them and we catch up. And then I go into it. I will do that every time. They're like, hey, how much is that package? I'm like, hey girl, it's like I ignore you, because I don't want to just jump into money, because if I don't talk relationships, they're so much less likely to join. So I'm going to say, if somebody's like, hey, how much is this? I'm going to say, well, there's a bunch of different packages. It really just depends on what your goals are, what your struggles are. So do you mind if we just chat a little bit? And I'm going to ask you, what would you say you struggle with most? Is it the fitness side or the nutrition side? And then they're going to say something. Whatever they say, just emphasize, or agree with them. Like, what one time or another you have struggled with either fitness or nutrition. Girl, I totally get it. Oh my gosh, I know. Sometimes it can be so hard. Do you think that you struggle with portion control? I like to use that if they talk about nutrition, so that it's kind of like an in to talk about why I think it's going to be perfect for the ultimate portion fix or something like that. People will fall in love with you and then the products. and not really ever vice versa if you lead with the products. So I have so many people that are like, April, what is this unicorn juice? And then I'm like, hey, do you want me to send you a sample? And, you know, I send out a lot of samples. It's especially to like cold leads or something like that. And then, and I just send them like one or something, but then it's, you know, a really great, then I've put a drop in that relationship bucket. Or I'm not afraid to invite people too, but with something simple like Energize, where I do have samples on hand, a lot of time I'll do that. But people will get it and they'll be like, I got my unicorn juice. And this is just this like random thing I made up and everybody says it now and I love it. So no price or Beachbody posting. Don't share your link. Don't have a bunch of conversations in a post. If somebody says how much on your post, just respond back to them. Hey, I'll message you, girl. And then take it to the, you know, there. You don't want to be having conversations and telling people everything they need so they can just scroll through the comments. You want to have that relationship building. So focus on social media trainings. Ask your coach. We always have something to point you in. All right. And then focus on yourself, and everything else will fall into place. I feel like that is the key. When people see you having results and you're sharing your results and you're sharing your team's results, and you can share our tribe's result, and basically anything that we post and we share, you can share as well. It doesn't have to just be yours. I know I want to say Amy and Casey and Gabriella have all shared mine, and that's totally fine. I put it out there so that you guys have another thing to share while working on yourself. And so it's so important for people to also see that it works, because there will be lots of people that they're going to watch you for 3 months and they're going to say, I'm just going to watch and I'm going to see what kind of results she has. And no matter how many times they make a post, stop watching, stop wishing, stop doing this, they're going to keep watching, and they're going to keep seeing your posts, and they're going to keep seeing how happy you are. They're going to keep seeing how much you love the support. They're going to keep seeing how your smile and your confidence is growing. And that's what they're going to want to be a part of. So don't be emotionally connected to the no's. You're going to get hundreds and hundreds of no's in this business. I on the 13th, I will be a coach 6 years. I feel like an old fart saying that. I can't even believe it. But I can't even tell you how many no's I've got. But I will tell you that literally this past month, I've had 3 people reach out that have said, girl, have followed you for 5 years and I'm ready to join you. 5 years. 5 years. I've been married 5 years this year. That's a really long time. So, you know, just know that everything you do, it's like a business. Everything you do now, 30, 60, 90 days from now, you're going to reap the benefits. So don't be burnt or don't be bummed if you're like, I'm sending out all these invites, I'm spending all this time on my business, and I'm not seeing the income, or I'm not being paid for it. I'm telling you now, in the beginning, you will not be paid for your time accordingly. But I love the saying, work now how others won't, so you can live later how others can't. And that's what you need to adopt. And that is something that I heard in the first 6 months I was a coach, and I had 3 jobs. I packed my pillow and my blanket to take a 30-minute nap on my lunch break. I would listen to personal development on my way to work. I would invite on my lunch break. I would invite on any breaks I got. I would, then on the way home, I was either on the call with a coach mentoring them, or a prospective coach or prospective client. And don't be afraid to get on the phone with people. And if you need help and you want me to help you, or you want me to role play with you before, I'm happy to help you. But honestly, I get on the phone with people all the time. And this past year or two, I have to mute everybody. Sorry, I'm like a squirrel. This past year or two, wait, I can't. Hold on. I can't do 2 things. My brain doesn't.
I was just going to ask.
Oh, sorry. You do it.
Hi. So I was just going to add something to the nose. I'm having one of those days where I'm feeling really defeated, just because a lot of people who have said yes are now changing their mind, saying life is busy, and just different excuses. And I was feeling really bummed out about it today. And then just an hour ago, I was thinking about, yes, these people are saying no, but that doesn't change that I'm just going to keep doing better for myself. That's not going to change that I'm not going to show up for my workout. Exactly. So try not to try to look at it that way of yeah, people are going to say no, and I don't do well with no's. I have to learn how to not take it emotionally. So I find that looking at it that way of their no isn't going to affect my weight loss. So just try to not stress about it.
Casey, if you are in this for the long haul, you need to get over that the no. It is a not right now. It's not a no, you're a stupid freak, leave me alone. It's a not right now. So these are all binders and books. I can't even see myself. I don't need this anymore, so I'm going to get rid of this. These are all binders and books. I'm like that person that like keeps my planners, because a lot of the times I wrote people's stuff in my planners. These are pages and pages of notes from personal development, pages and pages of people I've invited. I've like literally pages and pages and pages. I have been a coach for 6 years. These are full of people that have told me no. And this is why I'm successful, because I went for no. The more no's you get, the more people are going to join you. And that no today may be the person that joins you next month. It may be next year. It may be the person that said, hey, April, I'm ready 5 years from now. It doesn't matter. You can't be emotionally connected. The best thing is you need to be proud of yourself for not keeping that opportunity in your mouth, because it could have changed somebody's life. And if they say no, it's on them, not you.
Yeah, and I found today, every time that someone said no, I started a new conversation with someone new on Instagram. So
there you go. Yeah. And when somebody says no, it's just, here's how, when people are like, I just really can't. And it's always like, girl, I totally understand. I was so broke, when it's a lot of times it's money or something like that. And it's like, girl, I totally understand. Just so you know, when I got started, I had $7 in my bank account. I put it on the credit card, and it's the best thing I ever did. Obviously it's up to you, but just so you know, there's a 30-day money back guarantee. And when you are really ready to join us and to have this awesome support behind you, absolutely, my door is always open. So I'll check in with you next month and see how things are going. In the meantime, I have a free group. Do you want me to pop you in there? And so that's why free groups are so important. You can pair together. You can ask your upline if they have one. On the 15th, we are doing one that's the clean week, the clean sampler group. So they can either do it with or without Shakeology. They just need a free account, and they get 7 days access to Clean Week. Actually, do you guys mind if I wanted to wrap this up in 30 minutes, but do you mind if I share the Clean Week really quick and share? Okay. So let me get you up with this. It's cool because even if they already have a Beachbody account, and they're not assigned to you and they're not working with another coach, I'll just say something like, hey, are you working with another coach? And they're like, no, or whatever. Okay, well, I don't want to step on anyone's toes, so I always like to make sure. But I'm actually running a free group, and if you want to grab 7 days of Shakeology, you can for $30. If you want to do just the meal plan and the workouts, we can do that too. So it's free, just the meal plan and the workouts. It's a clean eating meal plan. Okay, wait, what do I need to do? I need to go to Beachbody On Demand. But they can get 7 days of Shakeology. They can do regular or vegan, and it's $30. And you'll send them a link through ShareCart. It's under Shakeology samplers. So if I go to, actually, how do I find it? Clean Week. Clean Week is in front of the paywall, so they don't have to have Beachbody On Demand to get it. But I have Beachbody On Demand, so sometimes it's confusing for me where to find it. It should just be here. Let's see. Clean Week. Oh, there it is. So yeah, all they need is a free account, and then they can go here, and there's a workout list. So there's 7 days of workouts. They actually did a fun little like TV series thing, and this Megan, she won. It was like basically like a reality show, and they like went through, and they picked her at the end, so it was cool. So she got this week program that she got to host, and then it's got the Clean Week Quick Start. It's got here's the nutrition. meal planner. So I'll just open it real quick for you to take a look. And we actually have a group that we've already run. We run them a couple times, and then I just have my assistant clean it out, and we're going to run it in there. So it's got 7 days of recipes. It shows you exactly if you're, over this way, you go to this plan, and then it gives you a sample menu, snacks, meal planner template, all kinds of good stuff. So it's a really good value. For $30, they're going to get all of this stuff. They're going to get a week of Shakeology. Then they're going to get access to our group, and our group has photo albums with Shakeology recipes and everything like that. So that's that right there. And then they can access the workouts. And if they want to do the Shakeology, they can do that. So am I signed in? No. I'm going to show you really quick how you would send a share card. I just showed Jamie this earlier. Sorry, James. But this is just a super simple way. You can take a look. I made a couple posts about it. I made one that went over well where I said, get 7 days of superfood smoothie, all of this stuff. Okay, so if we go to share a cart, and share a cart, I would just add it to a favorite. So if you go, I have like share a cart, I have Beachbody On Demand, individual workouts, I have favorites. So it's super simple if you do that. So let's see, new enrollment. And sometimes I'll do this and I'll just do like, this is like the one I do a lot, abc@gmail.com. And it's already a customer because apparently I made him a customer. Okay, so yes. This is what I do all the time when I want to play. Either this or I'll go to the BB links, but sometimes I like to look here. So go to Shakeology, and then you'll go to Taste Samplers, and then you can either do Clean Week Shakeology or Clean Week Vegan. So if I wanted to go here, it's $30, add to cart. So they would get 7 days of shakes, and then they would also get the actual materials, not just digitally. So this is a really, really great way to just be like, hey girl, do you want to try it? Go to your best friend, go to, so-and-so. So if we get them in and then they try it for a week, and then they're going to be like, dude, I love this. This is great. And then they're most likely, I did it and I sold, I sent out probably, I had 6 people join me 3 months ago or whenever, and I sold 3 challenge packs. So, that's a good ratio. And so, so that's just a really great way. Oh, sorry, Ashley. You're fine. Thanks for hopping on. So
Thanks, April. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'll post the recording, but we're just wrapping up anyway, so I don't think you missed anything. You're good.
Okay. Do you think that with the girl that we were talking about earlier, that would be something that I could present to her?
Is this the nursing one?
No, this was the one that I sent you my voice call. And I told you
Yeah. So what I would do is I would follow up and be like, hey girl, I know I sent you a ton of information, but I'm actually just found out we're running a 7-day challenge where you get 7 days of the superfood smoothie, so you can try and see which flavor you like best. You'll get a clean eating meal plan for the week, and then you'll also get 7 days of workout. And it's just $30. Do you want to join me? Like, what? If somebody wants to lose weight, they're not going to say no to $30 with all of that stuff and have you as an accountability buddy. So that's why I love it. So you make 25% commission on it. Yes, it's only $30, but talk to everybody, get people in there, and then it's a lot easier to have people do that and then be like, okay, hey, I know you loved it. Let's get you started. So, and it's just a really great way to also get a win and feel like, okay, I have my first client,
Right.
and it's just really good to have that first win. Oh my gosh, look at that little peanut. Look at that little peanut.
Are you leading Clean Week? Like, will you be the one making posts and stuff?
Probably. I'll probably have my assistant post it out, schedule it as me there, because we have a template guide. And then if anybody wants to help or run or anything, you're welcome to, but I basically just have my assistant do a post, then she schedules them out, and then it's our job to just be really, really engaging and post it, and the wall is open. So post your meals, post your this, post your that, post your sweaty selfie, because the community is everything. So I'm always these free groups or these short groups where you get it's gonna be challenge groups on crack because we're gonna want everybody to be in there. So the vibe and everything is really important. So yeah, that is on the 15th.
And you don't mind if I get people to throw them in there?
Yeah, any group I run is always open. And I would love to hopefully do this every month, and maybe I can, pass this on to something that somebody else takes over. But I just don't always think about it. So we haven't run it in like 3 months, but I think this is perfect to have something every month that coaches can invite to. So I think I'm going to put that into place. So that's a system that everybody, and it can just be the same group every month, and we'll clear out post and then redo. And if people want to stay in there and do the challenge again, they can, kind of thing.
And when you do the clean week, when you're recording your videos that week, are you focusing it on clean week, or are you continuing with whatever you were doing?
Workout videos? I don't actually do the clean week workouts. I focus on eating clean, like technically eating clean, like cheese is not clean. So I really do try to dial in my nutrition.
I love cheese.
I know. I actually only like goat cheese.
Girl.
But yeah, so I really do try to like play the part. I don't change my workouts though, because I'm usually in the middle of something. But yeah. So great way. Feel free to share with your new coaches or any other people that may want it. But this is a perfect way to talk to your friends, your family, and just get people excited, because people love a 7-day challenge. Some people are not ready to commit to 30 days, but Jamie, this would be perfect to ask people around the office, like people on your team, like, hey, I did that before. I did that. I literally just made people. And at this point, I just brought them Shakeology. I was like, you don't even have to buy it from me. I'm going to bring it for you. You're going to drink it every day. And we all did it. And I had 2 of them buy Shakeology after. So, it was worth my time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, share it with them. And I think if you're like, you all have accountability and you can say, hey guys, we're doing this. You want to do it with me? People are going to jump on the bandwagon. So yeah, if you have friends, coworkers, anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So does anybody have any questions about anything?